Hey, welcome back. In this video, we are gonna sew a fold open utility pouch. I've already gone ahead and I've printed out the sewing pattern on some A4 size paper. These patterns are drafted to be actual size, so I'm just gonna use a ruler to make sure each square is exactly 1 inch. Some shapes on the sewing pattern are bigger than a piece of paper, so what I'm doing here is connecting 2 pieces of paper together, and that will give me my full size pattern shape. There's a clear line indicating where to line up the next page, and the best way to do this is either to use stick glue or clear tape. Ensure when you're connecting more than one piece of paper together that the 1 inch grid continues throughout the whole sewing pattern. I'm just going to go ahead here and start cutting out my shapes. If you got the scale right, you'll be able to place these shapes directly onto fabric, cut them out, and they will fit perfectly. For these types of pouches, I highly recommend Cordura nylon. For this project, I'm going to use 600 denier Cordura nylon in black. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting out all my pattern shapes. Some of the pattern shapes are going to have these relief cut symbols. Don't forget to cut those out. Along with cutting out all the pattern shapes, you're going to have to cut out different lengths of nylon webbing, Velcro, elastic webbing, and zipper coil. The webbing I'm using here is 1 inch wide by 1.2 millimeters thick. This pouch is going to have 2 1-inch D-rings at the top. These pieces of webbing I'm cutting right here are just for the D-rings. I'm also going to go ahead and cut out my zipper coil. This is number 5 zipper at 1.25 inches wide. I also have elastic webbing to cut and some loop Velcro. Okay, so it's time to start sewing some stuff. So I'm going to take my piece of 1-inch nylon webbing, thread it through my D-ring, and I'm going to sew this to the back piece of the pouch. So I'm going to use my sewing pattern here as a guide to line that up. I'm just going to use a 1/4-inch seam to connect these 2 pieces to the back of the pouch. If you like this type of content, I greatly appreciate it if you consider subscribing to my tiny channel, hitting the like button, and leaving me a comment also helps. If you want to sew this pouch for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description below to the sewing pattern. This link will send you over to my Etsy store where I create, design, and draft my own patterns, and I make them available to you for a very low price. So right now we are working on the back piece. So what I'm doing is I'm using the sewing pattern as a guide to line up the webbing pieces. These webbing pieces are going to take a lot of stitching because they're going to be part of the Molly webbing system. So every 1.5 inches there's going to have to be a stitch, and that will be compatible with other Molly gear that you want to connect this pouch to. So depending on how rugged you want your pouch to be, I recommend doing these stitches a couple of times just to add some more strength to your Molly webbing, because you don't want it falling off when you're out there in the field using it. As you can see on the sewing pattern, all the sew lines for all the Molly webbing are there, so you can pretty much just place that on top and use a chalk pencil to mark that. But for some reason I'm using the actual pattern to do it, but you can do it however you want. It's your project. So in this step, we're going to start working on the inside pocket. So I've gone ahead and I've cut out a strip of edge binding, and I'm just going to fold it over the top edge of the inside pocket and just throw a stitch in there to hold it in place. So the next piece that we're going to sew to the inside pocket is going to be the Velcro piece. I'm just going to use the sewing pattern as a guide here just to line up the 2-inch wide piece of loop Velcro. Depending on the application for your pouch, you're going to decide what you want to actually put in it. You might not want the Velcro, you might not want the elastic webbing. It's up to you how you customize your own pouch. For my application, I'm just going to use a piece of 1.5-inch wide elastic webbing, and then I'll also stitch some dividers into it, and that will suffice for what I need the pouch for. Don't feel that you need to make the pouch exactly how I do it. Just have some fun and start customizing. We're going to take that inside pocket piece that we just completed and we're going to sew it to our inside liner. So for this project, there's going to be 2 of these. So you're going to make 2 inside pockets and you're going to have 2 inside liners. And you're just going to put a stitch in just to hold it in place down the bottom 3 edges. So along the bottom and the 2 sides. Those 3 stitches that you just completed are going to create the inside pocket. It's time to connect our inside liner, inside pocket piece to our back piece. So we're going to place them wrong side to wrong side, so the good sides are facing outwards. I'm going to clip them together and put a stitch all the way around all 4 edges. In the past, I've actually put some 2mm craft foam in between these 2 layers, and that adds a great level of rigidity to this pouch. In this step, we are going to start making our gusset. So we're going to start with the top zipper gusset. So we have our number 5 zipper coil and we have our 2 side zipper gusset pieces. So we are going to sew those together. If you've made any of my other pouches, you're going to be very familiar of how we do the zippers. So we're going to place both good faces together and we're going to sew a 1/4-inch seam right down the edge. Remember those relief cuts that we cut? Make sure those relief cuts are facing the outside and not the zipper side. Once we've completed our stitch, we are going to fold over the zipper and we're going to put a nice crease down the edge. Once we got our crease, we are going to sew a 1/8-inch seam all the way down the edge. So when you make this fold, ensure that you're actually sewing through the zipper and the cordura. Make sure the zipper is not folded back in on itself. And I'm just going to use a 4mm stitch length. After we finish that, we're going to take our other side zipper gusset piece and we're going to do the same thing, identical. We're going to place it right face to right face. Make sure everything's lined up. Make sure the relief cuts on both sides of the fabric line up. And then we're going to sew a 1/4-inch seam all the way down the edge. Once you finish your 1/4-inch seam, we're going to fold out the fabric and we're going to put a crease in it again and sew that 1/8-inch seam all the way down the edge here, and make sure the zipper is not folded back on itself, so you're actually sewing through 2 layers of cordura fabric and the zipper. Our next step in creating this gusset piece is to take our bottom gusset piece and place it on top of our zipper gusset piece. Make sure both right sides are facing together, and we're going to sew a 1/4-inch seam down one edge of the gusset. Once you've sewn that one edge, you're going to fold it out and you're going to sew the other end to the other end, and then you would have your finished gusset, which should look something like this. At this point in the project, the bag is going to start taking some shape. So I have my back piece here and I have my completed gusset piece, and I'm going to start clipping them together. As you can see here, I've got both right faces facing each other, so the whole bag is going to be clipped together as if it's inside out. Remember those relief cuts that we cut earlier? We're going to use those on the corner. When we bend this fabric 90 degrees, those relief cuts are going to let the fabric actually bend without stretching it. Once we have it all clipped together, we're going to place it on the sewing machine and we're going to sew a 1/4-inch seam around all 4 edges of the pouch. I'm just going to use a 3mm stitch length for this, and depending on how rugged you want your bag, you might want to do the stitch a couple of times. Also, the edge that we're creating here, you can choose to bind it if you wish. Unfortunately, on this project, I did lose some video footage. Once I completed this stitch, I did the exact same thing with the other half of the pouch. I placed it on top, clipped it together. I then proceeded to sew a 1/4 inch stitch all the way around the perimeter. And as I said previously, this edge here is the edge that you will sew your edge binding to. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show that on the video, but here is what the finished product looks like. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fold this whole project inside out, and we'll take a look at what we got. So this is our finished pouch. It is 7 inches high by 10 inches wide and approximately 2 inches thick. If you want to sew this for yourself, as I said, I'll leave a link in the description below to the sewing pattern. If you're not subscribed yet, I greatly appreciate it. If you subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, leave me a comment. Every little thing you do helps me out and I greatly appreciate it. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.